This is the book of Daniel, part 5. And we'll be looking at Daniel chapter 2 from verse 6 downwards. In verse 6, the king was willing to give gifts to the first set of people who he called. But yet, they couldn't bring solution. Gifts may be, gifts may motivate you, but it doesn't bring an answer to a problem. That's the truth. Gifts may motivate, but it does not necessarily bring an answer. What brings an answer is the kind of God you are submitted to. If a gift is attached to something and you don't have the key, there's nothing you can do. You will not bring solution to it. Though gift may motivate, but it does not necessarily bring solution, especially when you don't have what it takes to provide a solution to that situation. Even if someone promises to give you ₦1 billion, the money can move you, but if the demand is greater than your strength, it will break you into pieces. This clearly shows that the magicians and other satanic worshippers had no solution to the king's problem, because if they do, the big price placed on it would have propelled them to reveal it. The God you fear is the God you will call in the time of trouble. If you fear God, then the first person you will call in trouble times is God. The king did not call Daniel at first because he didn't believe in the God of Daniel. His trust was in black magic and sorcery. In verse 9, the king cautioned them. He told them not to try lying to him. An evil person will not see anything wrong in telling a lie at tight corners, even when he knows he is responding to the devil. The devil is the father of liars. If you are listening to me now and you don't see anything wrong in lying, then the devil is your discipler, because he is the father of lies, and since you are his son, you will also have access to lies. In verse 10, the people told the king their conclusions. They said, there is no man on earth who can show the king the interpretation. This conclusion is actually right. That no man can, what no man can do is what God can do through his children. It is a waste of time serving a God that cannot do more than you can do. If that is the case, then why is he a God? Serving a God that is limited by your limitations is foolishness, and actually is also a waste of time. A true God must be able to do what you cannot do. In verse 11, they gave another conclusion. They said, there is no one who can solve the king's problem except those gods that do not live with humans. With this, they were trying to tell the king to sponsor them on a search journey in order to look for those gods and get solutions from them. Kai, this is wickedness. Even when, even in the terrible states of the king, they were still looking for a means to take advantage of him. They know they will have some monetary gain in the process of booking accommodation, transport, costs, feeding, and so on. So the king is in pain, but yet they wanted, to derive pleasure from the problem. So they wanted the king to send them out on a search journey, pay for everything so that they can go and search for that God that is not living in man, that can bring solution to the problem. Can you see how life is? They don't believe any God that lives in man can get a solution to that problem. They were so foolish to compare their dead God to the living God. They have forgotten that we can do all things through our God that lives in us. What is a problem to you may not be a problem to others. What you see as a mountain may be a valley to another person. That height you are praying to reach, some people are already there. The money you hope to have, some have more than that already. The house you hope to build is what some people are living in. It will be wrong for you to make your weakness general. Stop generalizing your weakness. That you are living, that you are living in sin does not mean everybody is also doing the same. That you are confused does not mean everybody is in confusion. What is hard for you may be simple to others. This is why humility will remain the only major tool for learning. These people knew that Daniel and his friends were also living in the palace, but because the king did not call them first, the king did not call them, they think they had nothing to offer. Sometimes the solution you are crying for is in the little things you ignore. Because it is rare does not make it impossible. Don't assume you can't achieve anything you have not attempted. Don't say you don't know. Don't say you don't know it if you have not tried it. You can't judge how solvable a problem is by just looking at it. You have to make an attempt. In verse 12, the king got angry because the message they were passing to him is that his request will never be granted. It was in verse 13 when the king ordered that all the wise men should be slain that they remembered Daniel. Don't wait until death. You know, don't wait until death. Don't wait until death knocks at your door before you do the right thing. Don't wait until death and disappointment knocks at your door before you do the right thing. Don't play games with your precious destiny. It is foolishness to see solution and pretend as though it is not around. The people knew Daniel and his friends were there, but they refused to acknowledge them until death came into the picture. Those who have the solution are not the ones doing the show off. If you have the solution, even if you hide, people will still find you. Treasures are haunted, but wastes are disposed. Even their search for Daniel was not for him to give solution. They so much despise him and his friends that they were searching for him so that they can kill him with others, since the king has given a decree. The moment they brought him on point, everything changed. Suddenly, hope starts coming in, and the death sentence was paused. When a charged man takes charge, the atmosphere becomes charged, and suddenly things will start falling back to their right positions. They were not even ready to allow Daniel speak. They wanted to just eliminate him until he spoke. This is how they would have killed their solution. Many people are still on, many people are still, many problems are still unsolved because certain people have not been allowed to express themselves. Learn from Daniel. There are times that you must talk. Don't let anyone shut you up. Speak out and save lives. Speak out and save lives. If you don't speak out, you may not save lives. Speak out and save lives. Don't mind your blind generation. Don't let their lack of discernment fool you. They may not know your worth, but speak out. Show your world that you stand, show your world what you stand to represent. If they claim they don't know your worth, then you show them, just like Brother Daniel did. Please note that, in those days, The wise men they are referring to involves the collection of the magicians, the astrologers, the sorcerers, the Chaldeans, and Daniel and his friends. To kill all these wise men is to kill everyone in this category. But thanks to Daniel, he didn't only save himself, he also saved those that were unbelievers too. If you are an unbeliever, you must understand that God is not saving you to waste you. He is saving you to bring you into salvation. So if you are living in sin and God is not judging you, He has not destroyed you. What it means is He's giving you a chance to repent. Don't waste the opportunity. This is the wisdom of God. Don't sell it.